Hello guys, welcome to another video. First of all, I said that this story doesn't belong to me, so if you read the full story for yourself, go down in the description, find the link to the original post and read the full story for yourself. That being said, let's get into the video. What if Minato had adopted Obito or a better route? Chapter 39 and Part 39. The biggest day for every Genin carrier had finally come. The Chunin exams were here. The major villages had all sent their most talented Genin for these exams for various reasons. The Hidden Cloud knew that they couldn't attempt to kidnap Naruto so that they could acquire the Kyuubi. That would lead to far too much problem. However, if he went willingly, that would be another story. They had sent on how they out of their most attractive genin, Samui, a blonde bombshell, bombshell of a girl, to seduce the young Namikaze. She was to bring her back to the hidden cloud through any means necessary. The hidden rock wasn't far behind them, devising a plan of their own. They knew they couldn't kill they couldn't kill Naruto no matter much how much they desired to. The only thing they could do is to make sure Naruto wouldn't be against them in the future. God, wouldn't be against them in the future. Nice. Hirotsuchi, the granddaughter, Hirotsuchi, the Shuchikage's granddaughter, had been sent to seduce Naruto as well. While the Shuchikage wasn't happy about having his granddaughter do that, she was the best Konoichi for the job. Things were going to get interesting in the Chunin exams this year. There was no doubt about it. So two girls are coming to seduce Naruto while he has a girlfriend already. So it's gonna be a really fun tuning exams. And that being said, let's get into the story. Team 11 walked into the test arena to see that all of their friends were already there and waiting for them. Kiva ran right up to them. Alright, rookie 11 is here. Hinata walked up to Naruto and gave him a small peck on the cheek. Hello Naruto-kun. Naruto was happy to Hinata didn't seem too nervous about the exam. Hey Hinata-chan, how is it going? The rookie 11 chatted heavily, completely unaware of the two people were watching them like hawks waiting for the right moment to strike. A blonde cloud ninja walked up to them and she smiled at Naruto. My, those whisker marks on your cheeks are quite exotic. She stroked the whisker marks on her on stroked the whisker marks with her fingers for impression. Naruto backed up slightly and gave her a funny look. Thanks. The girl stroked her hand over to Naruto to shake. I am Samui of the Hidden Cloud, and you are. Naruto hesitantly shook her hand. Naruto Namikaze. Hinata didn't like the way this girl was acting towards Naruto, and I am Hinata Hyuga, his girlfriend. Samui frowned. These complicated things slightly, I see. Well, I do hope I wasn't stepping on your toes too much. Samui knew she had to act quickly to make sure she caught the boy's attention. She took off her coat, showing off her rather impressive body. Hinata's snickered. Not at all. Hinata removed her sweatshirt, much to Samui's dismay. Hinata's body was much nicer than hers. It was clear Samui was going to have to regroup and figure out how to handle this. This wasn't a mission she was allowed to fail. Kurotsuchi snaked as she walked up. Amateurs. Hinata could see another girl from the hidden rock walking this way and sighed. When did her boyfriend got so popular? Can I help you, Miss Rock Ninja? Garutsuchi looked at Naruto up and down. This wouldn't be so bad after all. Not you, Blue, but your friend can definitely help me. names Karatsuchi and even Naruto Namikaze, right? Naruto didn't like the sound of it. Yeah, what do you need? Karatsuchi licked her lips. Oh, just hoping that you could help me get some exercise in. I think we would give each other a great workout. Naruto was pretty sure he got the message. Sorry, but I got more than enough training in. Karatsuchi turned to Hinata. I don't think this girl could give you the kind of workout I could. Hinata really didn't like this girl. Oh, I could give him a very intense workout when the time came. Not that it's any of your business. Naruto was turning the color of a tomato. He and Hinata hadn't gone anywhere near that far yet, but it's still embarrassing to hear them talk about it. The only person I will be working out with is my girlfriend, thank you. Sushi could see this guy wasn't the kind of person that would cheat on his girlfriend, which was going to make things much harder on her. She started to walk away. Just keep in mind that you and I could have a lot of fun together. Hinata sent her one last glare. I think you have had more than enough fun with with the man in the hidden rock. Karatsuchi stopped in her tracks. Are you calling me a slut? Hinata could see she hit a sore stop. I think you know what I was calling you. Karatsuchi was about ready to start a fight right there. I will have you know that I am a shoujo, and when the time comes, I am gonna kick your ass. After I'm done, this sexy guy over here gonna pop my cherry, and I'm gonna make sure that you know when it happens too. Hinata nearly smacked her across the face. No, you wouldn't, because I will be the one kicking your ass. Naruto grabbed her hand. Come on, Hinata, let's go. We don't want to get in trouble. They walked back to where the rest of the rookie 12 were, and a boy who looked to be around 17 walked over to them. You didn't draw attention to your you shouldn't draw attention to yourself. The goal at this stage of the exam test is to keep a low profile. Kiva didn't know who the heck this guy was, but he did notice one thing about him. You some kind of snake summoner? Cause you really smell like snakes. The boy smiled. I'm Kabuto, and no, I am not a snake summoner. Actually, I'm a bit of an expert when it comes to these exams. I have taken them 7 times now. Kiva's jaw dropped. 7 times? How the hell have you failed this test 7 times? Kabuto laughed. This isn't an easy test. I wouldn't get too overconfident if I were you. Shikamaru wasn't sure he liked the vibe he was getting from this guy. If you have taken the test that many times, you must have a lot of info on your competitors. Kabuto pulled a stack of cards out of his pocket. I have got I have got one I have got one on every person in this exam. If you can name them, I can give you their stats. Naruto had a hard time believing he had that kind of information. Alright then, show me my card. Kabuto called out a card and added some chakra to it. Naruto's face appeared with some information on the bottom. Naruto Namikaze, son of the fourth Hokage, excellent with both ninjutsu and taijutsu. Only real weakness is genjutsu. Has the largest chakra reserves in the entire village due to being the container of the Kyuubi and half Uzumaki. Naruto's ear perked up at the last part. How did you know that? Most people know I have got large reserves, but most people don't know that it's not just because of the fox. Hell, most people don't know I am an Uzumaki at all. Kabuto shrugged. My adopted father works in the medic department. He has access to all those files. Mito knew that wasn't true. The only person who could have access to that information would be my mom or her apprentices. Auntie Shizune or Auntie Rin. Kabuto suddenly found himself cursing the girl under his breath. He knew he had to change the subject fast. We have actually got a new village here. A village here. The Eden Sound. There isn't many of them here, though. Mito was about to tell him not to try and talk his way out of it when Kabuto was forced to narrowly avoid a metallic arm smacking him in the face. Kabuto smirked, but before long he found himself in a lot of pain. He coughed up some blood, and the owner of the arm, whose face was covered in bandages, said, "Put this on your card. The hidden sound is going to dominate this exam. We will crush anyone who gets in our way." Naruto was about to step in when a new voice was heard screaming at the entire room. "That's enough. If I see anyone else fighting, I will disqualify them immediately." Everyone was left dumbfounded as to who this new man with scars all over, scars covering his face and a bandana on his head was. That was until Kakashi yelled, "Ibiki-san, Kakashi hasn't seen you in forever." Ibiki actually smiled at him. "Kakashi, you are in this exam, eh? This ought to be good." He turned to the rest of the room. "Get in your seats and get ready. I am the first proctor of this exam, and I wouldn't be taking shit from any of you." All of the kids got their seats in record time. Sakura, who had ended up next to Kakashi, leaned over to him and asked, "How do you know that guy?" Kakashi was smiling under his mask. "Oh, that's just Ibiki-san. He's awesome. He's the head of the torture and interrogation units." Sakura went pale, "And he's the proctor of the part of this part of the exams." Kakashi actually seemed happy about it. "Yeah, don't worry though. He might act mean, but he's just a big teddy bear." Ibiki started to yell again. "All of you be devoted points deducted points every time I see you cheating. If I caught you 3 times, your asses is on the cube curve. Asses on the curve." Sakura looked at the angry-faced proctor again. Scariest teddy bear I have ever seen." It didn't take the kids long to figure out something was up with this test. These questions were almost impossible. The average person might know one or two of these, but no one could know enough of them to pass. Naruto banged his head on the desk. He only knew the answer to one of the questions on this whole thing. There was no way he was gonna pass this test on his own. He needed to figure out some way to cheat on this. Wait a minute. Was he supposed to cheat? No one could ever pass this test on their own. But if they knew what they were doing, they could get the answers from anyone else. That's what it was it. That was why you could cheat twice and still stay in the test. It wasn't about knowing your stuff. If it was about information gathering. Naruto smirked and made some hand seals in science in a manner that no one would notice. He summoned a small toad in his hand and did his best to hide the smoke that came with it. Once he was sure the proctor hadn't noticed, he sent the toad out to get a look at the other tests. After about 10 minutes, the toad came back and started to whisper the answers to the test in Naruto's ears. Once Naruto had gotten his questions finished, he leaned back and waited for the whatever was whatever was coming next. Mito, who was a few seats down from Naruto, wrote something special on the bottom of the test. That Kabuto person knows things that you should only know if you had access to the leaked medical files. says he smells like snakes too, but Kabuto insists he is not a summoner. Keep an eye on him. Kiba got up front and got everyone's attention. Alright, people. Ibiki got up front and got everyone's attention. Alright, people, time for the last question. This one is a do or die. Ibiki gave them the devilish smirk. I mean that you can choose not to take this question, but if you take it and get it wrong, you can never take the Chunin exams again. That's all for part 39 of What If Minato had adopted Obito or a better route. If you wanna be notified for future parts, then the best way is by subscribing. That's all for this video. I have to see you in the next one. Bye bye.